Hi Aries, welcome to your love reading for the month of March. I just want to quickly say thank you to anybody who's been liking and subscribing to my channel. I'm very new at YouTube, so I just want to make that quick shout out and say thank you very much. Now I went ahead and pulled your base reading for the month of March along with two oracle cards from Doreen Virtue. We're going to review these cards because I did take some time just to meditate on what was going on. And there is a major transition going on for you guys. Big time changes. And then we're going to go in and we're going to clarify and do a mini deep dive. Now, overall, I do want to say, because there was literally 3 5s on the table, which tells me you're in a huge changing point in your life. Now, in the month of March, Venus is going retrograde in your sign of Aries. All of March, and it's going to continue retrograde also in April during your birthday season, but in April it's going to go retrograde right into Pisces. So it does have us leaving us thinking a little bit murky, confused. We keep reassessing things in our mind. Did you do the right thing? Was it smart to let go? Was it smart to stick through it? You keep reassessing these situations. You're also going through your mind, did I make the right decision? Also, with the Venus retrograde, it may reintroduce an old partner, an old lover. And this is usually what happens when we have Mercury retrograde. So you do have a little bit of Mercury retrograde with Venus retrograde. So it's definitely revisiting past relationships. Or they're definitely in your mind. They're definitely in your head. Now let's go ahead and just begin. In the beginning of March, we have the Seven of Pentacles, which tells me you invested your time and your energy regarding a relationship and into a person. And you were waiting for that fruits of those labors because you did put time into it. Then you got the Five of Swords. There was a fight, there was an argument. It was in some ways bittersweet, meaning somebody left the party in resenting, but then the other person who was right was left alone. So in one way, it's like, okay, yeah, you're right, but then the other person left resenting you. And then we have the Five of Pentacles for the beginning of March. So you right there off the bat, you have two fives, feeling left out in the cold, feeling rejected, feeling alone. Now, mind you guys, these energies can go vice versa. Maybe you did this to that person. But right in the beginning of the month, failure, defeat, and worry is what I got. And with all these retrogrades, you are revisiting these things. Maybe some of you guys have been just over reflecting on this situation, that it's no longer necessary for you to do this. But it's very interesting because you are going through a crazy transition right now in your life. That's why you also got over here very soon, making a choice, wedding. So maybe you got a proposal and you have to make a decision quickly. Or maybe it's regarding a marriage, whether you're in it or you're out. Whatever is going on for you, Aries, there's a big change happening within you. Now, in the middle of the month, you have the Four of Swords, which is also, if you look up here, it says truce. So you might be compromising with somebody and or healing from this situation. Crowning the whole entire reading, dead smack in the center, is judgment. There's a judgment call that needs to be made. Your fates, the universe, is stepping in to help and guide you, to help you clear out that, the murkiness going on in your mind. What do you do? But you do have to make a judgment call. It is asking you to make a judgment call, which is why you have this card here again. Very soon, make a decision. Now, ending in the middle of the month, you also have a Five of Wands, the third five. This is competing with somebody, challenges, arguments, fights, and this is in the physical realm. So this is really manifesting. This is really happening. You are having fights. You are having arguments. They're not in your head. You're actually arguing with an actual partner or with somebody regarding your partnership and or your relationship. At the end of the month, you have the Devil. Now, you could also be dealing with the Capricorn, for all I know. Somebody's obsessed with this relationship and or this situation that's got you in a very toxic environment or has you repeating poor cycles. Like you might be saying to yourself, like, well, why do I keep dating the same guy? because you're not changing something about the way you do things. Maybe you need to change your environment, maybe your friends, maybe the places you hang out, maybe the way you carry yourself. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you, Aries, but there's some kind of poor habit that keeps repeating itself. If you're looking at red flags from somebody and you're ignoring them, boom, there's one major thing right there. You have 10 of Pentacles. Family foundation is great. Your home front is fine. The finances are there and the relationship is solid. But there are some toxic things going in amongst yourselves. Because if I'm seeing here a bunch of fives, you're definitely going through something, Aries. And to cap it off at the end of the month, going into April, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Now, either you're dealing with your mother, or you are a mom, or, you're very grounded. This could also be you dealing with an earth sign female, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So if you're a male watching this, a male Aries, maybe you're definitely dealing with a Capricorn, because I do have the Devil card here and then the Queen of Pentacles. If this is your energy, guys, even if you're a male or female, whatever, you're taking on this divine feminine where you're like the head of the family, and you're trying to ground the family, and you're trying to keep the family all together because you have the family card right next to it. So at the end of the month, you really are considering that whole entire dynamic. Now, let's go in and clarify these guys. But if somebody did give you a proposal, you could be thinking, well, what's the right thing to do? Because I really need to be grounded. So you are having to make a decision regarding this wedding. Somebody could also be married and you're the single person, and now you're going to have to make a decision. Do you carry on with this affair, whatever it is? Judgment call has to be made because you do have judgment. Guys, I'm reading for a lot of Aries out there. So I've got to relate to as many stories as I'm hearing from my downloads. Of course, go listen to your moon and your rising as they may clarify this reading and or complement or resonate better. Okay, so let's see. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Please clarify the Seven of Pentacles for us. That definitely tells me you put some time and energy regarding, a relationship that you had. Universe, Angel, Spirit Guides for Team Aries. Why is the Five of Swords here? Please clarify the Five of Swords. Sorry, guys. Way too many. Five of Swords, Five of Swords, Five of Swords. Thank you. Yeah, you got the Four of Swords again, which is healing, compromising, negotiating, truce. Five of Pentacles. Where's the Five of Pentacles here, please? Thank you. Okay, let's begin. So in the beginning of March, you have the Seven of Pentacles, where you were investing some kind of time and energy regarding a relationship, and you were waiting for the fruits of your labors to come on in. And maybe you were waiting for a proposal. Maybe you were waiting to talk about a marriage. And this, I just heard this for the very soon. It's like I heard shit or get off the pot kind of scenario. Now, this is you. Because this is clarifying the Seven of Pentacles. So for me, it doesn't tell me this is an air sign female, a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. You could be dealing with them, but more or less because it's clarifying the Seven of Pentacles, I think this is an energy that you're taking on. You're trying to be rational, you're trying to be logical, and you're trying to be discerning. You're like, no, because she comes down with the knife. Like, she cuts between the BS. And she's like, you know what? I put time, energy, and effort regarding this relationship. So you're going about this in a very logical approach. Now, you fighting and arguing with whomever this is, because, it does talk about defeat. Maybe one of you guys just feel like you can never win. You can never win this argument, or you're always wrong, or vice versa energy, but it's talking about healing from this type of thing, or this big fight or argument that you guys had. You need to make a truce. Now, also the Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Eight of Swords, which also talks about you worrying. This is the card of worry. Look at the top of the card. It says worry. Worry, right? What is the epitome of worry? The Eight of Swords. But you're worrying for nothing, because everything can be fixed. Everything can be A-okay. Just know you're not in a stuck position. Don't think, the world is going to end. Oh, he's going to break up with you, or he's going to leave you. Oh, this situation is like, I feel stuck, like I can't get out of this marriage. He has all the money. All these worrying facts that you're thinking, you're overdoing it. And of course, it's why Venus is in retrograde, so it has you thinking overtime. Don't worry. When I see the Eight of Swords, I say to myself all the time, I'm like, oh, thank God, there's a way out. I always say to myself, when I see the Eight of Swords, oh my God, there's a way out. It's just in my head. It's just only a matter of time before I figure it out on what the way out is. So that's what you should be saying to yourselves, Aries. There's a way out. And if there's a way out and you want to talk, do it now, very soon. Now let's get into the middle of the month. Truce. Why is the Four of Swords here? Please clarify. Four of Swords, the healing card. Healing from the situation. Maybe you guys recently broke up. It's not too late to patch it up again. You are going through a major transition right now. The great thing is, Aries, you're allowing it to happen. You're allowing the change to happen, and you're taking it with a grain of salt from what I'm seeing on this table. Why is Judgment here? Please clarify Judgment. Thank you. And Five of Wands. Please clarify the Five of Wands. Wow. Okay. Yeah, you're definitely in some sort of relationship already, and you're definitely dealing with either patching it up or taking it to the next level, or you're trying to fix whatever's going on in the dynamic in your home life. Okay, let's begin. So you had the Four of Swords, where I was telling you earlier, a truce needs to be made, or to heal from the fight and or situation regarding what recently happened. You have the Four of Pentacles clarifying this. That's because one of you is holding back. Somebody is literally holding back either their emotions, communicating, not telling the other partner how they feel. It could even be coin. Somebody's holding back. They're not allowing it to come forward. Now, you got Judgment crowning the whole entire reading, where I said judgment call has to be made. This Seven of Pentacles in reverse tells me the harvest never came in. You're not getting that answer. You're not getting that proposal. You're not getting that engagement, and you're fighting. Well, I wanted to move in together before we got married. Well, I think we should just get married, and then we'll deal with it after. Whatever it is. Well, I just need to take it slow. Well, I think we took enough of time. I'm giving you examples of arguments and fights you guys have been making because you've been talking about something serious. Because this card in reverse tells me you not seeing the fruits of your labor coming forward. And now you need to make a judgment call. Do you move forward or not? Do you stay with this person or not? This is more or less why you have clearly decided what you want so that it comes to you now. Maybe it means you've got to make a big move. This is why you have so many fives here. And I do think this is regarding a wedding, a marriage, a proposal. Let's see. Finishing off in the middle of the month, you have the Five of Wands, arguing, challenging moments, challenging times, competing with one another, trying to prove each other's point. With the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups just clearly tells me this is about family. You're all arguing and fighting, whose family is best, what the family dynamic should be, how you should do things. Maybe you're fighting about family. Maybe you're trying to get together and, you're having fights regarding your personal families, like your mom and your dad, your brother and your sister, in your engagements, what have you, or how you want to raise a family. This is definitely arguing over family matters. Okay, let's continue on to the end of the month. Sorry, guys, one of the cards fell down. Let me just grab it. Universe, Angel, Spirit Guides for Team Aries. Why is the Devil card here? Please tell me why the Devil is here. This I've been dying to clarify. I want to see what's going on with you guys. All right, interesting. Ten of Pentacles. Where's Ten of Pentacles here, please? Wow. Yeah, the reading is, the whole entire story is coming to light as I see here. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here? Oh, yeah. Okay. A lot of you are probably dating or dealing with an earth sign. Earth sign female, earth sign male, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. I see Virgo and I see Capricorn heavily. I just see a lot of earth elements here. So let's begin. Okay. The Devil card before, I told you you could be dealing with a Capricorn. Well, was clarified by the Hermit, which is also the card of a Virgo. Now, this is you, not you, because it kind of felt like this. I know what it was trying to tell me. It was crossing the devil. So maybe a lot of you are not using your internal wisdom. You need to go within and say to yourself, well, what works for me? You know, self-care for me. I got to love myself first before I can love anybody else. If I'm going to create a family and I'm going to have kids and husband, wife, whatever, if I don't love me, how am I going to love everybody else? My cup is going to be dry. I say this all the time on my Self-Care Sunday videos. Please go check out my Self-Care Sunday videos where I talk about you as the individual and little tricks of the trade on wisdom on how to help yourself along with your journey of life. If you tell the universe, this is what I want. I expect this, A, B, C, D. And I want to be loved like A, B, C, D examples. If you shout that out to the universe and you start representing that to the greater good out there, you're in fact giving a manual to not only the universe on how you want to be treated, how you want to be loved, and what you want in your life. You're also sharing and showing the other people out there how to treat you. So you're actually giving them the manifest on how to treat you, how you want to be loved. And that's exactly what you need to do. You need to use this internal wisdom that you have. Maybe you need a beat. Maybe you need a timeout because you are just repeating poor cycles. Sorry, I'm going to say it like it is. And Aries, I know you're going to appreciate that because that's how you want to hear it also. Because you want to get to the root cause of the problem, fix it fast and move on. So the best thing you could do is figure out, take this time out and figure out for yourself and like, wait a minute, is this the right decision for me? Check out the red flags. I mean, is this person right for me? Am I making a mistake or am I just rushing because I want to get into like a solid foundation of family? Because I do want to start a family. Because that's why I have the Queen of Pentacles ending at the end of, March. Now, finishing off, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, this is talking about a family foundation. Husband, wife, kids, the money, the whole, enchilada. Clarified by the Two of Wands. 100% is deciding a road. The world that you already knew or the world less traveled, the one you're scared to take. This is talking about taking a risk. Taking a risk regarding this Ten of Pentacles. Are you scared to walk away from this? Because if this person isn't right for you, believe me, the universe will bring you someone who is and will give you this. Will give you the Ten of Pentacles. So you really have to make a decision right now. And this is talking about taking a risk. Whether this is you moving forward or getting rid of the person in your life. And ending the month, you have the Queen of Pentacles, where I told you you're looking for that foundation. Maybe you are a mom, you want to be a mom, you want to start a family, or you're dealing with your mom. She is grounded and she knows precisely what she wants to do or what she needs to do to have a fully functioning, a healthy home family life. Clarified by the King of Pentacles. I'm going to tell you guys right now, boom, right off the bat, the Queen of Pentacles, clarified by the King of Pentacles? Seriously? This is a couple. This is a happy couple that, for me, in my opinion, are definitely meant to be, guys. Because you are on the same page. You might be arguing and squabbling over little things, I think. Maybe because, you're dealing with an earth sign that could be stubborn. And for Aries, most of the time you guys are pretty flexible. You just, your dynamics, the way you do things are different. But overall, maybe, you're usually on the same page. Or, this is, again, an earth sign male, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. But when I have these two together, this is a couple. This is a married couple or an engaged couple or a couple transitioning on to like a higher level. And maybe he's moving just too slow for you, whatever it is. So this is very interesting because this is why I have a lot of fives on the table. I think that marriage is on the plate. It's either regarding a wedding or it's about you getting married or about you getting engaged. This could also be you getting invited to a wedding. And very soon you really need to make a decision regarding this relationship, because I did hear shit or get off the pot kind of situation. Aries, this was a pretty good reading. I have to admit, this is great. There's a lot of food for thought here, Aries. And please, come back and comment and let me know your thoughts. And then we'll see what happens in April. And for those Aries born at the end of March, happy birthday! And I'll see you in your birthday month in April. Bye-bye.